Hi DIYers. Today I'm going to show you how I was able to paint this laminate countertop in our small bathroom. You may be wondering, can you really paint a countertop? And I'm going to show you exactly what we did in order to get a good result. We're pretty happy with it. So come along with us as we show you these steps. The before counter was just a plain old blue laminate that you can see here. Some things we did to prep it. You want to tape out areas you don't want painted. Make sure you just cover your flooring with drop cloth and fix any damaged areas. You also probably want to clean your counters, but we will also be sanding and deglossing. I will show you this as we get into this project. So you can see here, we just simply use tape around the sink and along the wall. It actually isn't that messy of a project. You will be able to see it. So now we are going to just lightly sand and scuff the surface so that our primer will adhere. We also wiped it down with a deglosser. We used Crud Cutter, which will be linked below. So here is the primer we used. We actually have used this to paint glass in our kitchen backsplash. You can see that we are using a brush and small roller to help get a nice smooth finish. These small rollers are super useful. One thing to see, you can see that the primer stuck. Now it is time to paint, where we use Sherwin-Williams Urethane Trim Enamel. And we have used this paint on cabinets and other places. Again, you will use a brush and a small foam roller to help get a nice even coat. Work in small thin layers. You can even sand any drips that might happen. And if you're like me, don't wear a loose shirt when you're doing it. I did lean up against this at one point. You would think I would know by now, but you know, we all make DIY mistakes. See, right there. Whoops, it's all right. We'll be okay. Okay, so this is probably after 2 coats. You can see there's a few areas that will need 1 more coat. So you at least need 2. We might have done 3 just to really make sure we had a nice white surface. As I said before, paint with light layers, and you can sand any drips or bumps. Make sure you're letting the paint fully dry in between each step. That's honestly one of the hardest parts of this DIY. All right, so let's get into how to paint the faux marble look on your countertop. So first, you are going to either make a gray or use gray paint you already have. I'm just using a small, cheap artist brush, even like a student grade brush, and naturally trying to just create some vein type movement while painting. You will see where I like twist the brush just to try to make it a little more natural. This takes a little getting used to. You might mess it up. You can actually see where I probably wiped away some that I didn't like before. No big deal. It's marble. There should be variations in colors and sizes and shapes of line. So after you get some of your lines down, you're going to just take a light spray bottle, and you can see the mist that I added there. And then a dry brush where you're just kind of going to create a stamp type look. Now that one that I just did there was a little too dark for my liking. So you're kind of going to see how I tried to fix it. And it ended up working out. You can always add a little more white, use a sponge or your finger even to help get rid of the design you might not like. This was the first area I had tried. I got better as it went on, and I'm sure you will too. So here I am trying to use a little of the extra white and a different surface to help get the more muted vein look I was going for. Don't forget to go onto the edge of your countertop as well, because that you would see a vein on there. I think that actually, as I got a little looser and wasn't trying to be perfect, it ended up being easier. You'll see in a picture here in a second that that dark spot that still bothers me even as I'm recording this. I believe I went back in with the white again and really stamped on top. You can really use some white extra stamping on top of your veins to make it look a little more realistic. There I am. I believe that's some white right in there. So you can see how you can start to get variations and make it work however you want. And you can even wipe away some of that smudgy gray if that's not the look you want. So here is the top coat that we used. We actually did buy that from a countertop company that makes paint and kits, but we only used the top coat. We got it in high gloss, and we were able to just apply it with a foam brush. I don't have a video of it, but sometimes I would go over with it with the clean foam roller to help get that smooth finish I was going for. Here you can see 2 to 3 layers and what the finished sink looks like.